Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, first and foremost, in our previous episode, I asked whether or not you wanted a PvP special for episode 700. If you did, to give that video at least 200 likes. As I record, that video has over 300, so I guess you really want a PvP special. So that's exactly what you're going to get. So I am planning on putting out a video tomorrow. It's my standard in the background. I'm rolling through all of my monsters that will be available. The qualifications are they're a legendary, no epics, I don't care who they are, and they have to be at least 100. If they're under 100, it means I don't care about them very much, or I just haven't gotten around to them. Anyway, I'm not going to level them up just for that. And those will be available. So otherwise, that's fine, right? Any other rules and stipulations will be in that video. If you want your team to be possibly in that video, then put it in the comments of that video. Not in this one, not in a feeding video, not in a testing video, not in something else. You put it in the comments of that video for episode number 700. That's the only place I'm going to look. So if you put teams in the comments of this video, it means you want to be in one of the PvP teams in episode 697. Got it? So just make sure we're all clear on that. We're all clear. Okay, so I will put that video out tomorrow. At least that's the plan. Now, as it stands in the schedule, unless things change, that episode will be next Friday. This is, of course, is Thursday. So there's time, right? So check that video for all the information and the stipulations and such like that. Once that video is no longer visible late next week, it means that I have all the teams. I'm going to pick the final teams towards the very end of that. So you have time to put your teams in there if you're a little bit late. If you put them all in the beginning, that's great. But if you're a late one, you can still get your team in there. The rest of that's going to be in that video. All right, so that's done. Okay, so we do have a lot of other things to talk about today because the race is gone. The race is gone, and we have a fellow sitting over here right now. I think it's a fella. Is it a fella? I can't really tell. The description doesn't really say. I mean, the name is kind of female. Is it a female? Can we get a verification on that? You know, I'm not really sure. So I got to be sure which island to put this individual on, you know, just saying. There's also another individual sitting over there, and of course that's Montezuma. Yes, I got what I needed for him. There's also another fellow, and I'm pretty sure this is a fellow here, that's currently being crafted. Jasatur, or whatever his name is, I don't know. I'll work it out when I have to actually make a feeding video for him, right? So, yes, I got the cells for him in the next iteration of the shop. And speaking of the shop, remember, this is actually, you're probably too late for this iteration right here, because this one's going away in 46 minutes, and there's no way I get the video up in that time. I'm still going to be building the video at that time. So the next one will be the last iteration. And I actually did make another purchase here, which would normally be rather strange, but it isn't in this case. And of course, that's I got some Bellabal. There's a reason for that. Yes, indeed. There's a reason for that. And why don't we talk about that one first? We'll talk about that one first. All right, so let's talk about Talika's Path. This, of course, okay, go away. This, of course, is the first of the Master of Paths. There's 4 of them that will be running over the next, say, week or so, right? And what this is, it's a maze with just one path. You get the coins in all the normal ways. You know, you collect gold, you hatch, you breed, you feed, you collect food, you do PvP, all kinds of things like that. All the normal things you use to get coins, right? And what happens is those little pieces are for all the way down the line. There's little runes and stuff like that, some relics there. And there's actually a silver relic down here until you get to the scroll. The next one is an actual cell, an actual egg of hers. So you can actually have all of these, and then you're actually going to also have the egg too. So you could actually maybe start considering the idea of ranking her up right from this, because you can keep going and getting more if that's how much you got. So the paths get more difficult as time goes on in terms of the individuals. Now, Talika is the first one. The next one is Bellabal, which is the reason I bought the actual cells for that. We'll talk about that in a second. The next individual is Kihaku. And the final one, this one's a little bit of a surprise to me, Kane. I know this is going to make at least one member of my team happy because they came up just short on getting enough cells to make Kane when that event was there. And of course, his cells haven't been available for any other reason. So hopefully, that's going to be enough cells to actually finish it off. Probably a number of people fall into that category. So now, like I said, the paths get harder and harder, but the rewards get better, right? I mean, right here, if you look at the bottom here, you see there's like a silver relic, and there's also rank 2 runes. Well, the last path, memory serves me correctly, doesn't it go up to like 5 or 6 with the relics, with the runes? And I know that there's a golden relic towards the bottom of one of them, but since that's a silver, we might get a little bit earlier. I don't know. It's a good question. Anyway, another thing about it, of course, is the scrolls. There is a reward for collecting a number of scrolls. The more you get, the bigger the reward. So the first 2, if you really put into it, are kind of easy to get to if you really work on it. Then they start getting challenging. They really do. You have to go the extra mile. But I do look forward to ranking up Talika. And yeah, about Bella, I'm taking special interest in that one. If I can get to the egg and get all of the cells before it, and I already had 51 and I just spent it on some more, I'm thinking I might be able to get her up to rank 2. At least very close to it, enough that I might blow Elementium on it. The reason I'm thinking of that is, if I put a whole bunch of damage on her then, she might get me Elvira. That's what I'm thinking about at that point. Then I would actually have a legitimate damage dealer. I might actually take some of Sparta's stuff off and put it on her just for the purpose of getting through that dungeon. So we'll see if I can get her to rank 2. That's what I'm thinking of. That's the reason I bought those cells of her when I had the opportunity. I don't know if I'd buy more in the next round. I'll have to consider it. I would have to consider it, but I really would like, because I think that might do the job, because I got Al K9, I would have her. Maybe I use Cloud or Demise in terms of support and actually getting in there quick. Although I do have to consider that I have to remove positive status effects, and it has to be fast. So that's something I'm going to have to consider. Anyway, those paths are going to be running. The first one will run, and then it'll be gone, and the next one will start, and the next one will start. We've seen that before. So, all right, so that's one thing that we have going. And another thing we have going is, where is it? We have this, which is, of course, there's a little progression here. This is Fangs of the Vampire Island. And you can see that that is actually, what's her name? Countess Charmless. I keep forgetting. I was about to say princess, but she's not a princess. She's a countess. Countess Flawless. So we got the 2 chests in the beginning, which will give you some stuff. Maybe you get her. Probably a low percentage, right? Maybe you get her, a low percentage. But you're going to get pieces here that maybe you can put together. Obviously, if you don't have her and you have no part of her, you have to get to that 65 if you want to build her. You're just going to have to do that. And I said this before. I said this in her feeding video, and I said this in the testing video I did with her. I generally like her. She's fast. Obviously, she's very fast for darkness. It's just that I think her main skill is a little too costly. I don't want to go into details, but I mean, a skill that doesn't really do anything amazing that actually kills you, I have a problem with that. You know, if you just take that away or add a little bit more to it or something, that'd be fine. But she's very, very good. It's just that you wouldn't want to put her on defense. You'd have to know that you're going to have to remove negative status effects from her if you're going to use her. So you have to like sculpt a team. As you can see, I'm nearly close to this. Actually, it's funny because I fell behind in fights, so that's kind of where I'm stuck at the moment because I'm too cheap to hit the button there. Anyway, like I said, I'm not really too crazy about this part. I figure once I get a few extra cells of her, that's fine. I'm not really into ranking her up. I don't think I would actually use her that much, so that's just me. But if you don't have her, go for it. Now, as I understand it, there is a second part. And normally these second parts actually are another good character coming back. In this case, it's going to be somebody new. A first picture I saw of the individual looked like somebody had crossbred Cassia with Baba Yaga, if you can actually imagine that. It turns out it's Cassia's grandmother. So that's somebody new, and I guess we'll talk about her when her time comes along, because we're doing that same thing. The good part about it is if they do it like they've been doing the previous ones, the second iteration will have a third chest that will guarantee you a legendary. I don't know if they're doing that this time, but they did it the other 2 times they did this. So kind of hoping they do it again, because a lot of people got good legendaries. Somebody got Heyman. That's true. But a lot of people got good ones, and I got some good ones too that allow me to do some rank ups. So I'm not really having a problem with that. So anyway, we do have some new stuff going here, and it's only one more time, but we do have gems down here too. I actually had a good total of gems, even though I bought a lot of cells, because I did the gems dungeon, and each iteration of this was giving me 20, so we've had that for the last 2 days, but it's going away. So if you see that down there, you might want to watch some videos to get some gems, because you could go into the shop and buy some things. Anyway, I think that's about it. All right, now there is actually the issue of the testing video. Now, I need to do the testing video pretty much before I start doing the PvP teams, because there's a couple of individuals in there that probably are going to want to be available. I'm thinking of the VIPs. I was also going to do Lady Solaris, but I'm wondering whether or not Montezuma would be better, just in terms of more complete team. So I'm thinking in terms of that. You know, the thing is, he's got a day and 4 hours left. Chances are I'm going to do a feeding video early Saturday for him. And that would mean that, you know, that's a normal Monster Legends episode day too. So the chances are I'd be doing the feeding video on Sunday. Probably early on Sunday. I probably wouldn't do it until then anyway. So I'm thinking of switching Montezuma with Lady Solaris and putting her in the next iteration. The iteration that's going to have this fellow in it, or this lady in it. So if anybody has any problem with that, let me know. But I think that's more of a complete team, because he's got some stuff. I think he's, with Montezuma's revenge, you know, he's kind of got denial going his way. So I think that would work, considering you're talking about 2 serious damage dealers along with him. Because otherwise it's going to be 4 damage dealers and, you know, 3 damage dealers. So I'm just thinking Montezuma might be a better idea for that. I'm trying to push them all out now. The reason is because, remember, we still have more than 6 days of half price on unlocking rune slots, which I would do immediately if he came out with anything but 3. The same thing with the others. So try to keep that in mind. We can unlock rune slots now for this period of time at half price. A fairly important situation. So anyway, let me know what you think about that. Stick with Lady Solaris or do Montezuma. I'm thinking Montezuma, he's more interesting. It doesn't really hurt the time, because I wouldn't be able to do the testing video until Sunday anyway. And I won't be able to do the other one because the time. You notice it's significantly later. It could be done if I did it late Saturday. I mean, what do you think about that? You think I should wait for the other one? I mean, it would have to be, the feeding video will be late Saturday and then do the testing video. All right, which of the 3 should I do? Let's put it that way. Let me know, and we'll see about whether or not we can do that. Anyway, why don't we just move into war then, because we've covered everything else, and we did win the last war. We're back on the winning track. We won rather significantly, too, even though the other team really did try. They used all but, I think, 24 of their attacks. It's just that... yeah, I mean, we were stronger than them. It just happens sometimes. We've certainly seen that. Yes, we have. All right, I haven't really looked too much at this. I haven't done any of my attacks yet. I've been saving them for this, so let's see what we got going here. We appear to have a lead. This is a good thing. All right, Stormy. Okay, well, why don't we try that one there? I think I set a team this morning. Right, I was thinking in terms of this. I have Quint in there because, well... there's 2 water creatures, so why wouldn't I do that, right? And I don't think there's going to be a problem with speed. Okay, let's see here. What do you got? Wait a minute, you have a 9. Oh, you have a 9 and you have 2 support speeds. Why would you do that? Why would you go to the trouble of putting a 9 and then 2 support? Okay, well, that's not going to be... He's going first. Really? And he doesn't have any strength on him. You know, his big thing is he hits one thing really hard. And he's not going to do that with speed. Just saying. That's fine. That's fine right there. Big old stamina and support speed. Just not fast enough, that's all. Alright, let's see here. Give me your stamina. He did some scatty, and then what? Who? Oh, that's unfortunate! Oh, that's a problem. Alright, well, let's see what we can do about this. Yes, water hater. Alright, boom. Okay, well, you know, that's an attack on everybody, and she's dead, so I see no downside to that. That's kind of the reason I threw her in there. That's unfortunate, though. I'm going to lose him. Has he got, he's got stuff. All right. I don't think he's going to kill anybody with no damage, though, so I'm just going to do this. It's close. He might actually die, but let's see what we can do about fixing this. Because I'm pretty sure the other guy is taken care of here. Alright, what do you got? Boom, you're dead. Basically, just you're dead. Alright, why don't we just get rid of you? I'm probably going to lose him to freeze damage now. No, he's a little bit alive. He's a little bit alive, so we just have to kill you quickly. Unfortunately, you're probably going to hit Mordred, aren't you? Yeah. Ah, that's annoying. Oh well, sorry about that. You're not killing anybody else. Not with speeds. No, you're not. Alright, and stabby stabby. Well, that was unfortunate, but I suppose in some ways it would have been worse if he'd done Quint, because Quint was there to kill water creatures. Alright, so I lost a coin there, so let's see what else we can come up with here now. Of course, the combo is winged, we have sea, and we have water. Alright, so let's see. That might be a little bit too... Oh, charging banner, too. Not what I want to look at. Oh, Elvira. I was thinking, wait a minute, there's no deny... Oh, never mind, Elvira's there. Yep. And that's actually a well laid out of Elvira, too. A little bit of support speed, basically support strength there. Not too fast. Let the other team go first. Let them all miss because they're all evading. So, yeah, that's not a bad setup there. And we got some more. Okay, do you guys all have Elvira? You don't all have Elvira, do you? 130. Ooh, you're going to be fast, aren't you? You have an inheritor with 6 speeds. Oh. Okay, let's just set up my next team and decide what I'm going to do. Oh, just inheritor. No. Yeah, my brain is hurting me, that's all. All right, let's see. I guess you're using him as denial for his possessions. It's just that it's a nice throw-in, but he's a damage dealer. He's a serious damage dealer. All right, let's think first here. I think in C, I have like options over here. I was thinking I was going to do him, and then of course we'll do, I guess, Frostbite? But I have a, let's throw him in for a second. It really depends on the speed situation, doesn't it? I'm looking at the Cryotin. I'm wondering about possessing him. All right, let me think. Raven. Review Raven. Oh, what am I thinking? All right, let's think of the situation. This might be way too fast, though. 7,000. I don't think I'm getting the 7,000 with Kihaku. Nope, didn't think so. I could probably do that. I could probably do that with Jack. But then again, maybe I don't want to fight this team. Let's just try that. Let's see if I throw Jack in. I think Jack probably gets there with his help. Yeah, he does. All right. She's a problem, though. I'd have to take her stamina away from her. Yeah, because I'm guessing she's immune to freezing. Yeah, she's immune to freezing. But that means, of course, that the cryotin's going to go, which is a bad thing. All right, so you know what it is? I'm not going to fight this team. At least I might go back with the first team and do this one. It's not a good combo for me. No, just no. That might be it. I think that's too fast for me. That might work. I might actually be able to go back to Kihaku with that. There's no support speed there. All right. Of course, the Ingvar makes it a little bit dangerous. Let's just try going back to Kihaku. And then let's see what we have here. All right, what are you rocking? Oh, you're not up there. Okay, 63. Okay, 63 is what you got, and you have more than that. All right. The benefit here is that two of these guys cannot be frozen, which means we're going for the possessions on them. But it does mean we're going to have to do something about that quickly. All right, let's see how this works out. All right, and that worked out pretty much exactly the way I wanted it to. Oh, okay. Oh, the other guy resisted it. That's a shame. Okay. All right, let's think about this. They all got possessed, so why don't we just go with drowning? Okay, Ingvar, you're bothering me. Will you please stop doing that? All right, let's think about this. Now we need to figure out who we're getting rid of. I don't have to worry about the cave-in fish right now. So I'm not going to. All right. Deadly. Does this one kill you? Yes, it does. Does this one kill you? Yes, it does. Yes, I would like to rank him up. Okay, so that one worked out much better. That one worked out much, much better. So, anyway, we currently have a lead. We have attacked more, so we'll have to see how this ends in the end. They definitely had some strong stuff in there, but we're going to have to see whether or not we can overcome and keep the winning streak going. All right, so why don't we go over to PvP? Because we do have to do that, don't we? All right, and yeah, I have them in there. I'll probably take them out, but I mean, we're probably going to win 4 now anyway, so we'll see. I just don't want it to drift too high or too low. I like staying in the sweet spot, because you can see it's got hard stuff, it's got easy stuff, and I don't know why there's 2 Tankarions on this front page. It's actually kind of terrifying. Probably going to be hitting the button on that one. Well, let's just go on in and see what happens. All right, I got 4 teams, so let's go. Our first team today was suggested by Milesman. And Milesman gave me 5 teams, and I chose the second one. So the first member of this team, we actually just... Did we see him? Yes, we did. And he was very pivotal in our victory. And of course, that was Kami. Even if I got the egg, I don't think I could rank him up. I mean, if I got the egg, I could rank him up. I just don't think I'd get down that far. So collecting the cells, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll be able to rank him up. I would definitely like to do that. All right, next on the list is over in Earth. And this is going to be, whoop, there he is, Clint. And the final individual is over in Nature. And this is Isaac. All right, so let's find some playmates. Obviously, we're doing freezing possessing, so we're not playing with Tankarions. No, that's a terrible idea. I don't see any denial over here on the right, so I think it would just be a slaughter, and that's not really very fun. So why don't we do a refresh? Okay, let's see. Well, we could take on any one of these. The middle one has got the healing and support, but no real denial, so they just stand there and die, you know? Well, okay, I'm not going to be able to freeze. Actually, the one on the right is kind of a little bit tricky there, because if the Voltic is possessed but resists the freeze, then that means he's going to go to town on us, and we'll probably lose Kami. On the other side, Atom is a little bit annoying, but I think that we're probably going to have them in speed, so I think we're going to do the one on the right. Looks like it might be interesting. It really depends on the runes, though, doesn't it? There's some decent stuff there. Why has he got a little support? Why would you have him as support? Not really sure about that. All right, let's see how this works. You're immune to possession, right? Okay, but you're not immune to freezing. It's you who's the problem because you're hardened. I don't want you resisting the freeze. Yeah, that's the part. I wouldn't mind if you resisted possession because that doesn't work too well on you. I would mind if you resist the other one. All right, like I said, I want to possess the Oros though. That's an important one. Oh, that's worked out terribly. Yeah, that worked out terrible. I'm going to lose Kami now. Yep, he's dead. That was absolutely horrible because we didn't even do anything to the Oros. I mean, this is all over now. I can kill him, but what does that gain me? Negative stat. We don't have any negative status effects. Do I count on Clint being able to kill him? That's the thing. Moderate on all enemies. I need serious randomness here. I'm going to do damage to all of them, and then removes negative status effects from allies. No, we don't have any. But this one right here needs some stuff here. Oh. Kill him, please. Thank you. Now we're going to die. Okay, yeah, definitely keep trying to possess him. Great call there. All right, unfortunately, let's take a look here. Moves negative status effects. Do we have any? Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking immunity to possession is a really good idea right now. This is going to be a pain. Oh, that kills him. Okay, now we have a big problem, though. Oh, lovely. Damage return. You know what? I have an idea. Let's just take a round off. Okay, that's better. Let's think. Well, we can blind you, but we're good. He's got his shield up. Well, I suppose blinding you. Although it's not really going to do anything. Let's face it, he's not going to beat us to death. I guess getting the bleeding going is not such a bad idea, even with the shield, right? Okay, that's not going to matter in terms of that. Yeah, I could really use, like, some kind of torture effect, please. Possession isn't really very useful. I mean, if he hits himself, he gives himself life regeneration. He hits himself, he gives himself a shield. That's not really very useful. I mean, the thing about it is I might as well just charge. Because it's all about the bleeding, isn't it? As long as that shield is up. Find you. Move negative status effect. I get to blind him again. I'm going to charge. Because the thing about it, as long as he's got that shield up. Okay, at least we're doing stuff directly to him. He's Earth, though. That's the problem. That does damage. I've only got one dot. That's the problem here. All right, blinding. Okay, do that again. Oh, do that the first time. I didn't do it the first time, did I? Okay, now he's doing damage return now. My guys can't afford that. Yeah, I'd love to get the bleeding going again. I can't afford... These guys are nearly dead. Okay, well, you're the only target. Okay, please, I need a torture effect. That's not useful. No, that is not useful. Not useful. If you can remove positive status effects, that'd be good. At least that does damage, I suppose. Alright, and... this. The shield. Okay, so he doesn't have the life regeneration. At least he doesn't appear to. But still, the shield is annoying. And he still got the bleeding on. Hitting him is meaningless because he's got the shield on. He's got another round of that. But I suppose I should just... I'm gonna wait. Please give me a torture effect. Oh, did you just re-put down... You had to give me bleeding again, didn't you? It was like the one thing that I had. Alright, well, actually, if I'm going to do damage, I might as well just do this. Yeah, just blinding, I guess. And... I got nothing else. Okay, now I need to avoid him. Alright, but luckily I just put the bleeding back on him. Alright, and that's off of him now. Is that the most? Yeah, that's probably the most damage. Oh, I think the stun actually does more damage. Please give me a torture effect that isn't bleeding. Oh, okay, that's going to block shields, isn't it? Okay, that's going to block shields. Alright, so he's got... Alright, okay, we can do that. We get the bleeding going again. These things are so annoying. Alright, just hit him. And hit him. Very close to death. And we're just gonna do nothing and let you bleed to death. Like I said, we're just gonna do nothing and let you bleed. Oh my goodness, that took so long. Yeah, I mean, without him, without Kihaku, that was torture. Alright. And also, we only had one dot there, too, which is really annoying. And the one time that, that Isaac gave me a random dot, he gave me bleeding. Oh. Alright. Unfortunately, this is going to run fairly long at this rate. Just what I wanted, more Mewtwo. Alright, let's get in there, because we got to make up some time here. Okay, our second team today was selected by Chabola. And Chabola wanted to see... Let's see here. We're going over to light. And this is going to be Big Al. Next up, we're going with somebody who's a lot bigger and sitting right on top. And that's Sparta. And finally, over in Thunder, we're going with Alex. Alright, so obviously we have some flexibility here, but there's some individuals we don't want to mess with. Up the middle, I mean, we could go, if we're doing cooldown resets, so I mean, we could do the Temerian in this situation, right? Assuming Big Al went first, which he probably is, considering it's 100. I know that there's a big Thorder there, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to be going first. Although I think Thorder does have a 0 cooldown attack, so he would be able to hit us and could very well kill somebody depending on what they have. He wouldn't kill Sparta, that's for sure. Is there something else we want to do? Yeah, I'd rather not mess with that. You know, if I'm doing whenever you're doing cooldown resets, you have to take into account the individuals who actually have 0 cooldown attacks. And if he's 130 and he had a lot of strength, that could be very bad. All right, I'm going to do the team on the right. Looks like a good team, though. Just not anywhere near as fast. Like, it's got support, though. Nowhere near Big Al. Nope, nowhere near Big Al. All right, let's go. I don't know this guy in the front. He might have a 0 cooldown. If he does, it's going to hurt someone. And why don't we just, he's immune to stun. Alright, Thunder on all, because that's really going to hurt her, and also give himself evasion. Okay. Okay, speaking of 0 cooldowns, I guess you had one. Too bad you didn't do anything with it. Alright, so, who dies? Okay, you in the front, you volunteered. Okay, who dies? Okay, you're almost dead. Who's going next? You know, I'm going to kill her. She'll be easier to kill late. Oh, unless, of course, you missed. Alright, dude, I need stuns. Thank you. Okay, she is dead. Oh, she didn't get the sunburn, did she? No. Alright, why don't we do this then? For just... Actually... Hit him really hard, please. Okay, let's see. I think I got guard down on him. Yes, I did. So I'm going to give us guard down hitter. Oh, he's probably going to lose it now. Arrgh. Doesn't matter, you're dead. By the way, thank you for hitting. Of course, he did have guard down, so you couldn't miss. Alright, and boom, you're dead. Okay, so that worked out. Little bit of an accuracy problem there on Sparta, but he made up for it. It helps when you can hit like a truck. Not someone you want to put all speed on, you know what I mean? Alright, and that was team number 2, and team number 2 was successful. It was also a lot quicker. Alright, our third team today was suggested by Yusuf Zubair. Hope I said that right. And Yusuf wanted to see... this one has a little bit of a speed issue, but mostly because of the way I have him configured, because we're starting with... Felix! Yeah, I have him more as a mid-damager and who has a little bit of possession thrown in for fun. Next up, we have, over in Fire, we have Stan. And finally, over in Thunder, we have Zap. So we kind of have to get past whatever their denial is going to be, right? Let's see, maybe we can get lucky. I'm not going to trade Isofix for Isofix if his is 115. See, if mine was 115, I might just put speed on him. But not at 100. And Tamarian, no. Shade Moon, no. I haven't hit the refresh button. Ooh, wow, asking for Crubble on the left. Up the middle, interesting. I mean, there's no actual denial there. Of course, I don't know about that guy on the end. All right, I'm going to try up the middle and hope that we can get in there first. I think we're probably... Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. The Burkar is going to go first. But considering he has no strength on him, I'm not terrified by him. He would have to get the combo down right, and he could probably kill Zap if he wanted to. But, like I said, he doesn't... Actually, the Neobuki is going to go too. Actually, Neobuki's probably going first. All right, it really depends on how it's configured, isn't it? Oh, okay, so in other words, you didn't use any of your stances. Does the computer know how to run that character? I would say that, you know, it's one of those characters that's complex, and it wouldn't be a great idea to have it on defense, just because the computer, obviously in this case, didn't know how to play it. All right, well, let's see what we can do about getting rid of some individuals. I am overly concerned with you, especially since you have double damage on. I'm funny that way. Okay, don't miss, please. All right, just to make sure, I want him dead. All right. And boom, you're dead. Okay, little one, you're all by yourself down there. Okay. And apparently it's not too terrifying if you keep missing. All right, but I think we have somebody who wants to talk to you. This guy right here. He'd like to have a quick word with you. Stan was advising. See, that's the reason I like him, is that he can hit really hard, especially with that damage boost that gives him the extra turn. And he also happens to have, you know, possession in the background. I think of him kind of like Imigbo and the Inheritor. They just happen to have group possession, which can be very useful at times, you know. But I don't see them as denial because they're too useful for other stuff. Yeah, Inheritor. Why would you ever put all speed on him? He's like big damage, you know? Just, I don't understand that one. And a rune. Okay, so let's get in with our final team before this turns into an hour video. Oh, I have to go and get an attack. Alright, so it's going to go over here. I think I actually have 2. Yeah, I was doing the dungeons and such like that. Because, of course, I wanted to finish off the Rune Dungeon today. Already finished off the Gem Dungeons. Wanted to finish off the Rune Dungeon. Haven't missed finishing off either one of them so far since they updated it. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, so our 4th and final team today was suggested by Orchid Atef. Hope I said that right. And Orchid wanted to see, we're going to see over here. And we're going with Dorothy. Next up, we're going with Indigo. And it's probably going to be enough. Really, that's probably going to be enough right there. But just in case. By the way, as I said before, you said Temerion. And you didn't say which one. I have 2 of them. So when somebody says Temerion for PvP, I assume that you're referring to Tiny Tim. The other, of course, is Timeh, who has got Equalize. He's a boss killer. But Tiny Tim has got my PvP stuff on him. And no, I will never merge them. I don't care if you can swap skills. Never merging them. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So we're going to be basically killing everybody with Indigo. That's assuming Dorothy goes first. Right? So that's really what it comes down to. Could he kill everybody up the middle in time? I don't know about that. Frog against frog. That's kind of a rule on the risky side, isn't it? It's a good question. I think I would rather not mess with a Igursus. I'd rather not mess with him because I don't know whether or not he might have a lot of health on him, and therefore 1 or 2 misses might end up becoming a problem. Of course, I always got the Temerion. How about a frog against a frog? We'll do that. Alright, what? I don't think anybody is going to be able to match that. No, nobody's matching that. Okay, let's go. Obviously, there are 2 targets here that I desperately want to kill. Alright, Strength from Beyond. This is going to be on him. I cannot express to you how important it is for you not to miss this. Oh, actually, that's just going to flat out kill somebody. Alright. Boom. Yeah, he's my first target. And now we're going to start working on you, little guy down here. You and your cute little superhero outfit. Isn't that just adorable? Okay, well that he resisted the poison there. Oh, isn't that sweet? He's got some healing going on. Okay, well I got more than half of my stamina, so let's see how often you can get healed. Oh, not enough. Not enough at all. No, no, no. Okay, it's your turn. Ouch! I surrender! Yes, please, make the pain stop. Oh, that's one way. Yeah, like I said, there's the 2 in the front. There's the entire team you need for that one. As long as she's going first, right? That's all you need. That's the reason I'm thinking that she might be the 3rd one for an Elvira run, but I do have to have somebody remove positive stats effects. Okay. I don't have him. I don't have him. I would want to complete the family someday, I suppose. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. So we got stuff here. We got the first path of the... where is it down here? First path of the Master Pass. We got Talika. This is the one that's kind of the easiest to get. So you maybe, if you want Talika, Talika's very good. She's nature. She's got a group double stun to get a better chance of getting that stun down. She's got a single target version of that. She's got another skill that will actually give your team protection from poison. And she's got another one that gives a group shield. I think that one removes negative status effects too. I don't remember correctly. But she's very good for like support and denial. So definitely want to get her if you can. They get more difficult as they go along. You really got a good shot at getting her. You get a decent shot at getting Bella if you don't have her. If you try really hard. After that, it really starts getting hard. Just saying. I'm hoping maybe I can get enough cells of Cain that I could, reasonably rank him up. I wouldn't mind that. He's very, very deadly. Very deadly indeed. So, and of course, then we have the Countess Flawless as well. That's way down here again. We got this thing going here. It's a regular progression. You got a if you don't have her and you don't have any parts of her and you don't get lucky enough to get her in one of the chests, which you'd have to be very lucky to get, by the way, then you have to pretty much get to the 65 if you're going to get her. Although I think she popped up in the sale. I seem to remember seeing her in the sale. I could be mistaken about that, but I think I saw her in the sale. And of course, there's only one iteration of those cells left, and I'm going to be paying heavily attention. I think it's just going to be pretty soon until it goes away here. Hold on a second. I think it was up here. And that's going to be in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to be checking it out. Anyway, I think that's it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.